Good morning, students. Today we'll see about the equation of motions by graphical method and as well as the mass, how to solve the equation and then the circular motion. So basically, if you see, we have three equations. Basically, we have three equations in this lesson. These are the three equations, that is V equal to U plus AT, S equal to UT plus half AT square, V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Now these three equations give you the relationship between U, that is the initial velocity, V final velocity, T time, A acceleration, and distance is S. Okay, that is traveled by the bodies. So if you see the first equation, this is your first equation, this is second, and this is the third equation. So first equation, if you see, it tells you about the relationship between velocity and the time. Okay, second equation, if you see, it tells you the relationship between the position or the distance and time, and then the final equation will give you the velocity or position relation. Okay, so these equations, okay, we have to derive by graphical method as well as through mass method. So these equation of motion by graphical method, they are applicable on the motion of bodies with uniform acceleration. Okay, where they are applicable on the motion of bodies, that is the moving body with what acceleration? With the uniform acceleration. Okay, where velocity will be changing with the equal time, but the acceleration will be uniform, so uniform acceleration. For example, if you consider, let's see about the velocity time relation. For example, if you consider an object moves from point A to point B. So the initial velocity of that object will be U and the final velocity of that object V within time. Okay, these many seconds. So how to represent this in the graph? If you see here, so origin is there, time, and if you see here, the object moves, this is the velocity. Okay, velocity and the time. So object moves from point A, so the initial velocity will be U, and object reaches to point B, and here the final velocity will be V. So that is B, D, and A, O. So in the graph you can see that object from point A reaches to point B, that is the initial velocity and the final velocity. Now how to derive this? Now if you see here, area under velocity time graph gives displacement. Okay, remember, area under velocity time graph will give you the displacement. So what is the acceleration? Acceleration, you know, change in velocity upon time, that is the final velocity minus initial velocity upon time, that is T. So according to the graph, the change in velocity is the final velocity and the initial velocity. So which is the final velocity here? That is B to D. So let's write B D minus what is the initial velocity? OA or AO upon time. Time is OD. OD. So BD is, you know, V minus OA is U and OD is time T. So this is acceleration. Now let's take this T to this side. So AT is equal to V minus U. Since minus U, so let's V equals, since we need velocity, so V equal to U plus AT. So this is your first equation. So we have derived through graphical method the first equation. Let's move to the second equation. So next we will learn the, before second equation, let's learn third equation. Okay, before we could learn the second equation, let's learn the third equation, that is equation for position velocity relation. So in the first equation we had remembered the we removed the acceleration, isn't it? So now what shall we remove? We will remove the area under velocity time graph. Okay, that is nothing but displacement. Okay, area under velocity time graph, that is nothing but we are removing displacement here. Now if you see here, this is our trapezium, isn't it? So how to calculate in the area in the trapezium? Area of trapezium ABDO is nothing but the sum of parallel sides. Okay, sum of parallel sides and heights. So let's take height as the time. Okay, these are the parallel sides. So if you take the sum of parallel sides, so S is equal to area of trapezium ABDO, S equal to 1 by 2 into the sum of parallel sides. So which are the parallel side? BD plus AO, bracket close, into, and the height we have, as I told, let's take the time as height, so OD. So S equal to 1 by 2. So what is BD here? V plus AO is U, initial velocity, into T. Now let's write half. So we'll multiply T with this. T into V is Vt plus T into U is Ut. So yes. Now we know the first equation, isn't it? That is V equal to U plus At. V equal to U plus At. Now we need here T. Okay, we need here T. So if we take T, we get V minus U by A, isn't it? Now let's apply this here. Either you can do like this or you can keep this as it is. Okay, no problem, because we write same here. We apply this term to T. So S equal to 1 by 2 V plus U, keep as it is. So let's apply this where T is there. So V minus U by A. So 1 by 2 whole, let's multiply this. So V square plus minus minus UV plus minus plus, sorry, plus 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 UV plus minus minus U square divided by A. Now if you see here, plus UV minus UV gets cancelled, isn't it? What it remained here? V square minus U square by A. So let's take 2 and A this side. So you get 2AS equal to V square minus U square. So this is your third equation. Next we'll go for the second equation. Equation for position time relation. So if you see the graph, now you can see one extra line here, isn't it? So since I have drawn this line, you can find out one is triangle, one is a rectangle here, isn't it? So let's see the area of trapezium and also the triangle. So if you find out the area of triangle and area of trapezium, you get, what is the formula? B into breadth and height, and then trapezium L into B. So S equal to 1 by 2. Now what is B here? That is AC, isn't it? This is the base of the triangle. So AC into, what is the height? That is the BC. So BC plus. Now in trapezium, L is length. So length, if you see, sorry, not trapezium, this is a rectangle. Okay, triangle and rectangle. So in the rectangle, the length is AO into, what is the base here? OD. So x equal to 1 by 2. So what is AC here? If you see AC, that is base, so this will be equal to this OD, isn't it? So that will be T into BC is, since the BC is given here, so that is V minus U. That means the whole height and this height. So V minus U plus what is AO, that is U, and OD is again T. S is equal to 1 by 2. Now what will happen here? This UT will bring it to this side, UT plus, so this will be T V minus U. So UT plus this half will take here, half T V minus U. Now if you see here V minus U, you know the first equation, that is V is equal to U plus AT. Now if I bring U this side, V minus U is equal to AT. So where there is V minus U, let's apply this AT. So UT plus half T into AT. Now if you see, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, TT square, okay? So AT square. So this is your second equation. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. So this is finding out through graphical method. Now next, learn the same formula equation through the mass, according to mass, okay? Now the first equation, if you see, V is equal to U plus AT, isn't it? So this gives the velocity acquired by a body in time t, okay? This gives the velocity which is acquired by a body in time t. So velocity time. So if you consider a body having initial velocity, that is U, and it is subjected to a uniform acceleration A, okay? So after time t, its final velocity becomes V. So what is acceleration? It is change in velocity. So the change in velocity is the final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. So you know acceleration equal to, what is the final velocity? It is given V and the initial velocity U by T. So let's take T this side. So you get AT is equal to V minus U. So V equal to, since we need velocity, so V equal to U plus AT. So this is your first equation. Next will be the second equation, S equal to UT plus half AT square. So how to find out? Now the second equation will give you the distance traveled by a body in time, okay? The distance traveled by a body in time. So suppose if you consider a body has an initial velocity, okay? Initial velocity as U and acceleration as A for time t, and the final velocity will be V. So let the distance traveled by the body in time be S, okay? The distance we shall take as S. So now first here you have to see the average velocity. Now what is the average velocity? It is initial velocity plus final velocity upon 2. See, whatever the velocity if they give, even V1, V2, V2, V3, V4. So how many velocities are there? 4, isn't it? So V1, V2, V3, V4 upon, there are 4 velocities. So 4 you have to write. So here what happens? The velocities are 2. So upon 2. Now what is the initial velocity? U plus V, final velocity, by 2. Now you have to find out distance, isn't it? So since I have to take distance, you know the formula, S equal to distance by, T. So let's take T this side. That is, this will be the average. So the next what you have to do? I have to multiply the T with the AV, isn't it? So it becomes A into T is equal to T. So this is your distance. So now if you apply here, So S equal to u plus v by 2 into t. So you multiply with the t. Now what happens? You know the first equation, that is v equal to u plus a t, isn't it? Now where there is u, apply this. So S equal to u plus a t by 2 into t. Now what happens? This is into t, so t will be multiplied for all these. So u t plus u t plus at square by 2. So this will become 2ut plus ut is 2ut plus at square by 2. Yes. Now what we will do? We will break this two terms. Okay. So S equal to 2ut plus upon 2 plus at square upon 2. Now here what happens? This gets cancelled. So S equal to ut plus at square by 2. So what do we get here? S equal to ut plus half at square. So this is your second equation. Let's move on to the third equation, that is v square minus u square equal to 2as, isn't it? So now you know the first equation and the second equation, isn't it? Second equation is S equal to ut plus half at square, v equal to u plus at. So let's first derive this equation. So at equal to v minus u, you bring this side, so minus u. So you want to take now time, okay? T equal to v minus u, a bring this side, it will become divided. Now you have got the value for t, isn't it? So let's apply this in second equation. So when you apply that, u, where there is t, v minus u by a plus half a, so t square v minus u whole square. Next you multiply this terms, uv minus u square by a plus half a. Now if you bring it to simple form, you get v minus u whole square, isn't it? So that is the formula of v square plus u square minus 2vu by, this will be a square. So equal to this, right as it is, plus. So let's cancel this a and this a. So you get v square plus u square minus 2uv by 2a. So let's take the LCM. So when you take LCM, you get 2a. So 2uv minus 2u square plus, this will be same since LCM is same here. So v square plus u square minus 2v. Now here if you see, plus 2uv minus 2v gets cancelled, isn't it? So S equal to minus, let's write v square. Now minus 2u square plus 2u square. So you get plus u square 2a. So let's take this 2a this side. So v square minus u square is equal to 2a. Yes. So this is your third equation. Let's move on to the uniform circular motion. So what is uniform circular motion? That is when a body moves in a circle, okay? When a body moves in a circle, it is called circular motion, or it is when a body moves in a circular path with uniform speed, okay? A body is moving in a circular path. If you see here, so body is moving with a circular path with what? With uniform speed. So this motion is called uniform circular motion. Now if you consider this example, that is rectangle and octagonal, if you see here, if I start from this point, so you go here, again you come here, again you come here, and you reach here, isn't it? Now if you consider the octagonal, you can see even if you start from here, so you go here, you can stop, you come here, you come here. But if you see in the circle, okay, circle, if you see this image, you have got sides, isn't it? But in circle, what happens? The circle is such a shape where it has infinite sides, isn't it? It has a infinite sides. So if the person wants to take a round, person needs to change the direction at infinite times, okay? Person, he wants to change the direction at infinite times. So if motion happens in a circle, okay, if the motion happens in a circle, what happens? The direction change at each point. Okay, in the circular motion the direction will change at each point. So that is what, when a body moves in a circular path with uniform speed, okay, there is a uniform speed here, that is called uniform circular motion. As I have told, there is uniform speed, isn't it? But what about the velocity? Is it velocity is going to change? See, you know velocity is vector quantity, isn't it? Vector quantities, it should have both magnitude as well as direction. So here, direction of velocity changes at each point. Okay, the direction of velocity changes its point. So velocity is not constant, only speed is constants in the circular motion. The circular motion, that is how to find out the distance, that is a formula, circumference of circular path, that is 2 pi r. So that is the formula which is used. See, all the remaining numericals we'll do in the next class.